Okay.
I didn't know you were such a degenerate.
You'll find out.
fucking hypocrite. Okay, so we're rolling right now.
All right.
You fucking liberals. No, okay. So check it out. I got with me Mr. Anthony and Mr. Billie. To me, they're also named Billie Bowmer and Anthony Garvin. They're both workout enthusiasts. This is my first podcast ever, so take it easy on me. And if you yell at me in the comments, just go fuck yourself.
Podcast? Is that what it's called?
Podcast.
Oh, I thought it was called a podcast.
Podcast. I don't know. So, all right, guys, thank you for coming.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get down. Before I put the video on, you were talking about. This is a good place to start. Should you when you're about to go to the gym and you wake up in the morning, you got your fucking morning wood shit going on?
Oh, should you
ejaculate before you work out or after?
Well,
just never.
If you need to do it, you need to do it.
All right.
But I would say afterwards, because if you come before the gym, you have no motivation. Your testosterone's low.
Wow. So this is something you guys provide probably right now.
Yeah.
No, but okay. What's the difference between? I know you guys are both in different. As far as bodybuilding goes, you're looking for different physiques, and I know, Billie, you're in men's physique, and you're looking to do classic.
Yes.
Billie, tell us about men's physique a little bit for people who don't know.
So basically, we're in board shorts,
Yeah.
whereas Anthony's in a type of boxer brief, essentially. Mm-hmm. The main difference is just the amount of muscle that you carry.
Yeah.
Also the differences in conditioning.
Yeah.
So for Anthony, it's more of a dry, veiny look. For me, not so much.
Yeah.
See, when I look at a normal person like me, when I look at the photos, I see that. I don't know if it's true, but do you guys put more emphasis on your shoulder and chest area, rather than trying to make everything more slim down?
Yeah. So men's physique, it's about the Y shape or so-called V taper.
Yeah.
So you want to get your side delts, your shoulder caps bigger, your upper lats bigger, tight waist, you know what I mean?
Do you not focus on, because you wear the board shorts, do you not focus on legs as much as you do?
That depends on the person.
Okay,
I would still train them twice a week, no matter what.
Okay.
And, with board shorts, they can come an inch above your knee.
Yeah.
So, myself, when I would wear it, I would do that so it still shows off some quad.
What is, and for you, Anthony, what is the big focus on the physique for classic?
It's kind of overall size, right? Everything has to be proportionate.
Yeah.
So you have to have the bigger legs to match with the width of your shoulders, but you still want a smaller waist. So it's kind of have the same waist size as physique, but everything else needs to be a little bit bigger.
Have you done I don't know if you had a show coming up or have you done a show already? Have you done one yet?
I had a show actually Saturday. I was supposed to do one, but then I came down with pneumonia and a bacterial infection in my neck.
It just sounds like you're scared. No, I'm just kidding. You're not scared. I believe that just happened the day of. You woke up and you're were you all bronzed
No,
up?
No.
It was I'm dying.
No, this was about 5 weeks ago. I came down with it. I was in my cut and everything, and then I got pneumonia and I was in the hospital.
Oh my god, that fucking sucks.
Exactly. So I was really getting close to the nitty gritty of the cut. Close to the show.
How do you guys even go about a show? Because I know there's people that may be watching this that are I want to work out and get muscles.
Well, first of all, I would talk.
How do you do that shit?
Well, you definitely need to have experience in the gym before you just want to go into a show.
Right. Yeah, that's some you fucking people should be listening to.
And exactly, I would say gain a lot more size.
Yeah.
Before you start cutting down, because you're going to realize that you're not as big as you think you are when no fat, no water's in you.
Yeah. Is it how is that? So you've been there, and I know you've had a show before too, and so I hear a lot of bodybuilders, you guys don't drink water or something?
That's correct, yeah. I've done 3 shows, and for each one, everyone has different tactics depending on what works best for their body and the coach they're using at the time. As far as mine and what worked best for me was I would water load at the beginning of the week, which essentially is just I would drink 3.5 gallons of water. Monday through Wednesday, and then...
Wait, 3 gallons a day?
Correct. Without carbs, obviously, and absolutely no sodium, none at all.
Yeah.
And then, assuming my show would be on Saturday, I would insert carbs on Thursday, Friday, and then start pulling water.
Oh, shit.
So essentially, Thursday I'd have 12 ounces of water. Friday I'd have 8 ounces of water all day.
Nothing.
Was that the same for you?
It'd be different. The way I was going, that's how my body would react. It would react probably the best way, how he did it. But that's usually, the theory of that is that you basically load on water, and the cars will basically suck the water through, so you'll be full but then dry.
Fuck. So, like, so you guys are still working out and stuff during that time, or
you work out till the day of.
Wow.
And you can still, like, backstage, everyone's like...
How is it, like, when you said, I mean, you said the first couple days you do water, like, 3 gallons a day or whatever?
Correct.
And then you stop, right? Is that what you say? Did you say stop?
Yeah, you pull water.
Like, when you go to the gym, does that, like, affect the way that you do your work? Like,
oh, yeah. I mean, so you gotta realize, like, the average person, I mean, when they start, a prep for a show, ideally, I mean, assuming you're in good shape beforehand, it's like a 12-week prep.
Right.
Some people go 16, some people go 20, some people have to go, further than that, 24 weeks. But once they start that 12-week prep, you start talking about, all right, carb cycling, keto diets. Essentially, you're pulling carbs out.
Oh, let's talk about that for a minute. That keto diet. What do you guys? I don't really know much about it, but I hear a lot of people they do that.
The keto.
What is? Do you like it? Do you guys know about it?
I don't do the keto diet.
What is it really? I don't even really know.
I mean, essentially just high fat, high protein.
Yeah,
that's
like
it.
Zero carbs, basically.
Yeah. Why don't you do it?
I don't know. To me, my body doesn't react well. Now, people's body will react different to different diets. So I need carbs. If I don't have carbs, I'll look very flat.
That's the problem with this sport and the industry is everyone thinks because someone else does it, they have to do it because it's going to work for them. That's not true.
Nothing's the same.
That goes for supplementation, for nutrition, for exercises. Right. I mean, generally exercises everyone can do. But as far as weight's concerned, no.
That's why it's basically trial and error with bodybuilding and fitness in general.
Yeah.
If you look at someone on Instagram, people always go off the big people like, like Calvin Von Moger or some shit like that. Someone's like, since he takes this supplement, I need to too, and the way he diets is the way I need to. Yeah. It's not the same because his body is totally different than what your body is.
Right.
And that's why people, when they start doing it, they see no results, is because you're not doing what your body needs.
That's like the most, fuck it. I don't know if I should mention it. I won't mention the by name, but someone that we know tried to get me to be first of all, I'm not a personal trainer, so I don't know how to do that to help people. But someone that we know tried to get me to be one at Anytime Fitness, and I was like,
because anyone at any time can be.
I was like, I'm really afraid that I'm gonna have someone come in here and be like, I want to lose all this weight and be fucking muscular, and I'm just gonna be like, yeah, sure, let me take your money, but I don't know what to fucking do.
Let me clarify, you are not a personal trainer unless you're certified.
Thank you. I thought I was going to be an asshole. You're right.
Hold on.
No. Sorry.
Here's an actual personal trainer.
Okay, yeah, tell me. Because let me tell you first off that I didn't want to do it because I was like, this doesn't seem right, and I'm going to be an asshole. So, all right, go on.
We're all speaking the truth.
Yeah. So, yeah, go on.
Well, I'm an A certified personal trainer and nutrition specialist.
Yeah.
So I have those credentials, but there's certain organizations that are highly regarded as far as personal training is concerned. ACE, the American Council on Exercise, is the most widely known.
Okay.
And most recognized as far as that regard. But there's NASM. There's a National American of Sports Medicine, something like that.
Yeah.
However, there's quite a few. But, the big issue is when, you get these, smaller, well, not necessarily smaller, but franchise locations where they offer their own certification.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they can make it as hard as they want or as easy as they want. That's the problem. Now, I'm not necessarily saying, don't go to one of those gyms and, don't believe anything they say because that's not the case.
Right.
But isn't it basically they just know the base of knowledge? They don't know exactly what other body types can be like because they go off of one knowledge base basically.
Yeah, and I mean the biggest thing is I feel that the information that's provided for those tests aren't extensive enough. Mm-hmm. As far as different scenarios, different body types, different diseases, different muscular imbalances, things of that nature.
Yeah, that's exactly. And then when you see people that are on Instagram and shit that don't have any certification whatsoever, and then they think they're a personal trainer because they've been working out for about a year.
Yeah.
What that pisses me off is because when they take someone under their wing, they can potentially hurt them severely, or they're gonna put them on supplements, or some asshole who takes steroids is like, well, now I got this kid coming to me, I'm gonna push him on the same shit because he has no knowledge otherwise.
Oh yeah.
And that kind of pisses me off.
People up.
Exactly.
Because I'm sure a lot of people. I mean, you could get steroids anywhere. Basically, I feel like if you really wanted to fucking get them, you know.
Once you're in that environment of a gym, it's like a candy store.
Yeah,
you can get them.
Like you end up learning all this new shit, and like I know. Like if I really want to get steroids, like first of all, I'm too scared to take them. And I feel like if I did them, like I wouldn't do them properly, and like I just like have like fucking man tits and look like it, like an idiot. People who are wanting to take steroids grow as much naturally as you can before you even take them. If you don't hit your natural that's like
growth limit,
like your line or whatever,
until like you hit your limit.
And then,
but even then,
I mean,
you probably shouldn't.
It comes to what they want to do. Exactly. I mean, if they want to go win a local show, like a Michigan NPC show, don't take it.
Right.
If you want to be a,
if you want to be a pro,
if
you want to hit the Olympia stage, if that's your goal, obviously
you're making your money.
If your
life
living
is
exactly
your life is that,
that's, I mean,
you probably have a whole team that like is there. With
Don't be some asshole coming out of high school thinking because you see one guy at the gym that's big that you need to start taking steroids because your ego is shit. Don't be doing that because all it's going to do is going to fuck your liver up, your kidneys, and you're going to die at 45 years old. But people don't understand that. That's not a joke either. At the gym I go to, you have no idea how many people take that shit.
Really?
And neglect it. It's scary to see.
Like you can see it on their bodies that they neglect it. Like
exactly.
The way that they. That's just like so. Okay. What are like some things about when you guys go to the gym or like you're surfing the web that like you would like to put out now, like and say like that's not how it should, like something that pisses you off, like the steroid thing.
Well, the steroid is when
that's probably the biggest
big thing, or when people big fitness media like. The big moguls of the business.
Okay.
Like you have the big top of the line guys who say these supplement works and this is how you get big when you know damn well that what gets them big is growth hormone, fucking all like the D-ball, all that shit. That's what's getting them big, but they're selling their product acting like that's what happens.
It comes down to just being honest.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, don't promote something you don't take.
Exactly.
Don't lie to people, to your followers, people who look up to you.
Yeah. Exactly. Because like that Calvin Von Moger guy, Mike O'Haron, or any guys like that, who take shit.
Yeah.
They do.
That's a big controversy with Mike O'Haron.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm 50 years old and I'm the largest person.
265 pounds and 8% body fat all year round.
I'm sure he's a great guy and everything, but
he knows his shit. But here's the thing.
Is
that don't put that on other people because like that's gonna fuck them up and like it's not right. I don't think that's right at all. And here's the thing: if you're taking shit, you don't need to say anything.
Right.
But don't claim that you're natural.
Okay. Yeah.
Just don't say anything. Everyone knows that. Okay, bodybuilding in the steroid industry, it's very taboo to everyone.
Yeah.
So, but people know. People who are in that business.
Well, it depends where you compete. Well, there's different organizations.
The UFE,
I have my men's physique pro card, so I'm considered a professional athlete in the UFE organization. It's called Ultimate Fitness Events. Essentially, it's a nation, or actually they're global organization, and it's from the U.S., Canada, Great Britain, Netherlands, China, and they have these world championship shows where the best of the best from each country come together and compete against each other. Now, as far as where I compete is concerned, we're tested. It's through a urinalysis test. They do that at the time of the show. So essentially,
the day of the show?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, all the athletes are tested.
Oh, fuck.
And it's all monitored, it's all watched. And then you're also randomly tested throughout the year, too. So anytime during the year, I can get a phone call.
They call you in?
Saying that I have 30 days to test.
This is because you're pro, right? Is that the reason why they can do that?
Correct. But it's also the organization as a whole, too.
Yeah, it's an all-natural organization.
Correct.
So you can't even take some fat burners because then...
Oh, really?
They can test for that? There's certain stimulants I can't take.
Like that shit that they sell at like GNC, those pills.
I don't think those aren't really...
Those aren't really...
A lot of the GNC stuff's off placebo.
Exactly.
Is that?
Yeah.
So.
Like the C4, like mass gainers, shit like that.
The
C4, but there was a P6 bullshit that was
like hydroxycut, SX7. That's a big fat burner.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's loaded with caffeine. That's all it is.
Really?
So it makes you sweat, gets you hyped up. You get
That's
that burn because the caffeine's running.
I mean, yeah, there might be, green tea extract, Himby, cayenne pepper.
But
it's not enough to really do anything. It's not like
No.
Even like niacin, is that one?
Niacin helps it.
I know people use it.
Your internal body temp. Yeah.
Yeah, but is that like something they would test for? Or no, does that not?
No, because that's sold, at like
anywhere.
vitamin store.
So as far as supplements go, what do you guys like specifically use? I mean, it might not be for everybody else, but just like out of curiosity.
I mean, for me, it's just as far as like vitamin or nutritional needs, it's just a multi fish oil. I take a joint support like a glucosamine and MSM.
Okay.
I take extra vitamin D and calcium, and I take super magnesium.
Is this like, do you have like a routine like when you wake up? Is it like you do it as soon as you wake up or?
With breakfast.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like certain ones I'll take twice in the morning and at night, other ones I just take once a day.
And what about you?
I take like a multivitamin pack, like that animal pack. It has everything in it, like the milk thistle, all that, your multivitamin.
Yeah.
And then I take omega-3s and probiotics and papaya enzymes, which just help the digestive system.
Is that the morning for you too?
Yeah, and then the papaya enzymes I'll have with every meal.
Okay.
2 with every meal. And then also, like, to gain size and stuff, I've taken pro hormones, which aren't really
what is
recommended. I mean, they're like, I would say they're legal oral steroids.
Like can you get them at like if I were to go?
You can't go to Size Up. You can get them not a GNC or vitamin shot.
Are
Size
they
Up,
like SARMs? Is that what?
Yeah, basically what a SARM is. A SARM is like a lower grade pro hormone. Like
yeah.
There's not a lot of legal pro hormones anymore.
Right.
But they've canceled out that about a year or 2 ago. You can't get them.
So you
like,
can't
really
can
strong
you even
ones.
get them anymore?
You can get SARMs, which is still like a pro hormone.
Is
it's
that
just
what you
illegal.
still go into to use?
Yeah, I'll use those. And there's 2, like there's cutting ones, bulking ones, whatever.
Yeah.
But that gets you size, but it can fuck your liver up.
Yeah.
So that's why you take milk thistle and PCTs after your cycle.
Okay, so like, has anything happened to your liver?
No, because I take it,
yeah.
as it's supposed to be, and like you don't abuse it, which a lot of people do. They'll be like, oh, the more I take, the bigger I'll get, and then they don't PCT off of it as a post-cycle therapy.
Yeah.
But you need your milk thistle, like flush your kidneys out, flush your liver, and like it basically keeps you healthy. Because it does do damage.
I'm going to tell you. Alright, so I had, when it came to me working out, like I didn't want to go at anybody. I was too fucking stubborn. I swear to God. I was like, I'm a fucking man, like, but I don't know what the fuck I was doing. And so I remember the first time I went to fucking Size Up, they had like this pack. I don't even know what the hell it was called. There was like these like clear pills. They're like, do you know what I'm talking about?
No, but I don't like where this is going.
They had these clear pills, and the guy behind the counter, obviously, he's a fucking salesperson. He's like, yeah, like, they're like SARMs or something. He's like, go ahead and take these fucking, you're going to get
He's probably getting the most
commission. Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, alright, yeah, bro. I'm like, 120 pounds. Oh, yeah, alright, fuck yeah. And so I take like the thing said on it is to take 3 in the morning and like during your meal, like during lunch and like at night. And I was like, all right, soon I'm gonna get huge, And then,
so what happened?
So I got huge. No, I didn't. No, nothing happened. Nothing happened at all. This is what happened. I'm an idiot because I'm thinking like this will get me huge, and I'll just run because I wanted to join the track team. Yeah, I know. I was like,
what you take for
and then I was like, all right, then I'm gonna run, so I'll be getting big, and I'll be like getting. Yeah, and I didn't want to be skinny. I didn't want to be a fucking skinny like fucking guy who like kept running long distance. I was like, this looks disgusting. So nothing happened to me. Nothing. I was like, this is bullshit. Yeah. I never bought one ever again. But then I like kept learning, like dude. Here, I'll tell you another story. I took this mass gainer because me and Luke Wilford used to work out, and I took this when I was going to the YMCA. It was like the first time I ever started working out, and I would drink the mass gainer at the YMCA as I was working out. I was like, dude, this tastes like shit. What?
How's your stomach?
My stomach. It felt like hell. It felt like, dude, I was just like bloated.
Bubbling.
I was like bloated. I'd be like on the fucking machines, like going like, I was like, oh god, this is the worst fucking thing.
And also, like, no matter what you take, and
then it would rip my asshole open too. Like it would totally like, cause it was like what 100, like 1,000, not 100,000. It was like 1,000 calories, and then I would take it like 3 times a day plus like food. And
it's too hard to digest.
But I was just shitting out all the nutrients, everything I didn't need.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck that. I don't even know what I'm doing. And then even now, recently, I'll like just eat like steak, and I'm like, this can't be. That's why I came to you. I was like, I can change my life. What would you say to people about nutrition, like as in how important it is?
85% is nutrition and food.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't eat right, you're not going to see any results. I mean,
Right.
anyone can go to the
And
gym.
to get big, you need to eat a lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what supplement you take.
Right.
You know, steroids or not, too. Like, you need to eat a lot to get bigger.
Yeah. So, like, how much do you guys eat a day? Would you
Depends on what you're trying to achieve.
So let's say you're
let's say you're bulking. Yeah.
Bulking, all right. So right now I'm in my bulking stage. I'm bulking until next year for a show.
Yeah.
Right now I'm starting off with like 2,900 to 3,000 calories, and I'm going to work my way up to 5,000.
Okay.
And then steady on 5,000 until I need to cut again. Now, that's probably a good amount is 5,000 for someone who needs to get a little bit bigger, not so huge.
Yeah.
And you want to take it in increments. You don't want to blast it to 5,000 right away because you'll gain a lot of fat.
Uh-huh.
And then your body's not going to be able to really handle all that weight right at once, because then you'll get sluggish, your cardio's going to go to shit and whatnot, and your heart's going to take a toll of putting that much food. So I'll do like 3,000, and then in 2 weeks I'll go to like 3,500, and then another 2 weeks I'll go to maybe 4,000.
Is this a day?
Yeah, 3,000 a day.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, and it's all good food.
Yeah.
Besides
good
cheat
food.
meals and stuff
That's
like
what's
that.
important,
Yeah.
right? Is like
Quality.
the quality of the
Quality.
food.
So yeah, I'll have like in the morning 8 eggs, but 8 egg whites with 2 whole eggs. I'll have 10 ounces of chicken. Then
This is the morning?
No, well then that's my second meal.
Oh,
10 ounces of chicken with like 7 ounces of rice, and then 10 ounces of chicken again. I think it was 6 ounces of green vegetables like green beans or broccoli, whichever you choose.
Yeah.
Then 12 ounces of steak with a sweet potato, and then the last meal will be like ground turkey or some shit like that.
Does this rack up the bill for you?
Oh yeah,
Well,
no.
it's expensive.
So every
Yeah.
2.5 weeks, it's $400 for groceries.
Oh.
Yep.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's been
You gotta want it though, you know what I mean? That's that's a whole nother thing that like when it comes to like bodybuilding, like what you guys do, like people like even myself don't really understand like how serious.
Well, I think the biggest thing,
It
I
is.
mean, I guess from a social aspect, why you bring that up is like going out.
You
Everyone
can't.
wants to go out and party and do
That's-
this, and it's like,
that-
look,
That's true.
Yeah.
you go out and party and you drink, you're not set back a day, you're set back weeks.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in prep.
Yeah.
you
You
can't
don't go
afford
out
that.
going prep. You
Or
don't.
a cheat meal, and
Yeah.
also, I mean, people don't understand that when you go out like that, yeah, I'm gonna be sober and have fun. It's not the same
No, it's not.
because you're worried about your cardio in the morning for 45 minutes.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Fasted hit where you have to give it your all. Then you're worried about your workout 4 hours later and your cardio after that.
Yeah. Bodybuilding is the most selfish sport.
That's
So
what
it's
I hear.
all about you.
Yeah.
And it literally, once you're in prep, your social life is done. If you're very serious about it, it's done.
Right.
There's people who like the weekend warriors, like the weekend bodybuilders, where they work out during the week and then they show off their muscles on the weekend at the bars and the clubs and all that bullshit.
Which is fine if that's
Which is
what you
cool.
want to do. and
But
it
if
makes
you want to
happy.
be serious and you want to make something out of yourself in it, you do not have a social life.
Right.
Which is also good, like for me, having a son and like having a family myself, like I don't need that social life. So prep for me is very easy. I can stay at home with my son and whatnot. So it's not like I'm enticed to be like, oh fuck, I need to go out with my friends and get drunk. And I don't even drink anyway. So it's not hard for me. But someone who like thinks that they can have this prep, go out, drink and party, you're not going to have place in the show well.
I mean, it's hard too because then you talk about relationships and stuff like that, and you have to find someone that's understanding.
And it's very hard to find someone that
It
understands.
is,
Because let's say you're on prep and your girlfriend or whoever wants to go out to eat.
Yeah.
You'd be like, well, I can't go out to eat because I can't have what they cook. And you're not going to be an asshole, bring your meal to a nice restaurant, and be like, no, I'm good, I got my meal here, and she's just looking at you like you're an asshole.
Yeah.
So I guess, like, relationship-wise, either stay out of one or get someone who's into the same thing as you.
I don't want to like pry into you, but do you have that?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, okay. I guess I do and I don't. So
just understand.
Yeah. So I mean, your girlfriend doesn't compete.
No.
Mine doesn't compete.
Uh-huh.
I mean, my girlfriend, she's an athlete. She's also in school. But I mean, I'm not competing right now. I'm not preparing for a show.
Uh-huh.
I'm just kind of
you just coasting by.
Correct. I'm dealing with a serious injury, a back injury, so that's why.
Okay.
But I'm fortunate that she's understanding of that. And when we first got together, I was actually in prep for my pro show this year.
Yeah.
And it helps having someone like that who, as Anthony can contest to, you know, help make your meals, help make sure you're on a regimen, and make sure you don't miss anything. You know, it's just, you're lucky if you can find someone like that, because in my past, I wasn't able to when I was competing. It just turned into a nuisance and a burden.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was better off just sticking to my guns and
so if you're someone wanting to get into the bodybuilding world and you do have a girlfriend or wife or whoever, let them know what it's about before you actually get into it, because a lot of the times it will ruin a relationship.
Yeah, that sucks.
And that's not good, because it's going to piss you off, because since it is a selfish sport, you're all about you.
Yeah.
And if that other person does not understand that you got to take time out of your day for 2 hours for your workout, you got to eat your meals at a certain time, not when they have to eat. You know, everything revolves around you. And they don't understand that it's just going to end up bad. And then once you have a bad relationship, then if you're on prep, that's going to fuck your prep up because you're stressed, you're going to hold water, all that shit. So it's not very, start off a bodybuilding career when you're single. And meet people at like shows and shit like that. That's what I think it should be if you want to be serious.
Yes and no. Like I said, I mean, I completely understand where you're coming from. I agree with you.
You just gotta find the right person.
Well, that's all it is. I mean, someone who accepts you for you. I mean, like, back to, you know, my current situation, you know, I'm not in prep, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm kind of just freelancing. Well, I mean, I'm following a strict diet, but not to the extent I would if I was in prep.
Right.
Go ahead.
No,
go, you're good.
No, I was going to ask a dumb question. Go ahead. I feel like I was like in the middle of in the middle of talking, and I'm just like, I'm done. No,
ask the dumb question.
Okay, my dumb question is, did you help Anthony get started? Is that what I
literally everything I've learned, and like basically I started off because of him. And the reason why I started, so when I had my son about 4 or 5 years ago, I started putting on that dad weight. You know what I mean? So I started getting out of shape and went out. Bill here was like, dude, get your fucking ass up. We're going to Powerhouse. We're going to start working out. He made me get a membership, all this shit, gave me all the knowledge and the base of it to go on to my own. So he's basically been my mentor and the one who started me off with everything. So everything that I've gained from this or going to gain, I got to give the credit to him.
I just picture, this is what I picture, is like you're like sitting in your bed like with your like stomach out. It's like, and then like Billie just comes in through your house. And
what's wrong with you?
Get up.
I didn't do shit.
We're working out.
That's exactly kind of what. But instead of me sitting there with my belly out, I was at work, sitting down. I can look down. I got little rolls. I'm like, goddamn, my tits are hanging down. So once he came in, it was like, come on, let's go work out.
Did you
like,
ever
fuck yeah.
start a fake Tinder account where you're just like,
yeah, with my hairy tits. I can't trick a guy. I got too hairy on the chest.
Someone's into that somewhere. Yeah, you could probably make good money on like Snapchat Premium. That'll probably pay for like your meals and stuff.
Yeah, probably.
So you're like the godfather of Harrison Township's like bodybuilding. Which is
so true. Once Billie started all this shit, everyone came in line and was like, I'm going to call out names. Jason Lanham, Andy McConte, Matt Lugay. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm just being I'm one of those fuckers that jumped in line. Everyone else, he started doing bodybuilding. I was like, well, he brought me into it, so I'm like, fuck y'all, start doing bodybuilding. And then Malachi Link, you know you are. And you start fucking jumping through. I mean, that's what it is, which is awesome. Good for you, because it gets your body better, whatever the fuck. But he's the guy. He's the one who started it off. He's the one who kept going. Yeah. Because in high school, he was the one who was big in working out. Once everyone came out of high school, everyone fell off, had drinking problems, whatnot. But he was the one who kept going. So, and once he went, I think you just sneaked in me. I'm sitting here taking all this shit.
No, go on.
It's fine. Everyone jumps in line, which is not bad because then after even high school, fitness got a lot more, mainstream, which everyone's going to jump in. But it did seem like once Billie started doing shows, everyone started hopping in, which is totally fine. I'm one of those fucking people, so I'm dissing myself. Yeah. And anyone has a fucking problem, come talk to me.
I'll be putting his Instagram up and all his contact information,
his home address, his phone number.
You'll find it all under the link. Okay, so, but go on. Were you still talking about something? This is my first interview. No, I'm sorry, but totally.
Which is, totally, because if you want to better yourself, that's awesome. But to me, it seemed like everyone jumped in line after Billie started getting really well at it.
I mean,
which is fine. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah,
I'm one of the people.
But there's certain things in life that lead you to doing certain things. Exactly. So like, for many people, they have maybe depression or something like that. The gym's a way out. Some people, they need to lose weight for their health.
Exactly.
Maybe it's ordered by the doctor. For me, I got hurt playing college football and lacrosse, and being as active as I was, and loving working out as much as I did. That's what led me to pursuing competing.
Yeah.
It was a way to stay competitive.
You looked way different when I saw you at Zion Heights than like now. You know what I mean?
Correct. It's a whole different
body
structure, everything.
Everything.
Which is the gym is a way to go. That was one of my ways, as I had depression, everything with that, having a kid, and then totally your life changes.
Yeah.
I wasn't really in the best place. So getting to the gym was my way out and my therapy, which is a lot for a lot of people. And you know what? Which is also good if you consider it as a therapy. It's not going to be a chore. People who cry about going to the gym and whatnot, and make it a chore, then they're not going to really pursue anywhere.
It really is kind of annoying when you hear that stuff. Like, I know that you are like you like to motivate people. You come out, there's a difference between the two.
But the thing is, for me, is I don't know.
That's not what you call a social butterfly.
Well, my thing
post a picture, he looks amazing, and he's gonna I'm like, holy fuck, and then it's just like ghost.
See, there's two reasons. The first being that I like to fly under the radar, so I don't like to show people how I currently look.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll post something. Most of the time I won't.
Yeah.
But the main reason too, though, is you post stuff to get a following, to get recognized.
Right.
And that's for sponsorships, endorsements. I'm fortunate enough through my coach who helps me with my preps that I was offered a sponsorship through him.
Yeah.
To pay for all my dues and everything that's associated with that. Yeah. So for me, as far as pushing that right now, I don't really have to.
Right.
But for many, that's how they get recognized. That's how they get, sponsorships from, big companies.
Mm-hmm.
However, it needs to be known that most of those sponsorships are bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
After I did my first show 3 years ago, I got a sponsorship from BPI Sports.
Okay.
And everyone's like, holy shit,
very good
you can be a sponsored athlete by one of the, I would say top 5, top 10 companies in the country.
Yeah.
As far as nutritional supplementation. But, they don't understand everything that goes with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Some of you got to do stuff for them, too.
Oh, yeah.
You sign your life away.
It's,
that's the whole thing.
It was a big contract.
Oh,
I mean, you get free stuff, you get X amount of money.
Did you ever, think back about you could have, about taking it? Or?
The problem is how much time I had to devote to that. And I personally, as of right now, and what I, foresaw at the time, years ago, was not making this my whole career.
Right.
This is more of a hobby and a subsidiary income, if you want to call it that. So I didn't want to go that far into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I mean, it's post multiple social media platforms every day.
Which makes sense.
So when you sign that, you sign your body to them. They own your body.
Yeah.
So basically, you got to keep up a certain look. If you want to go out and you want to have fun and party, and you want to stop that, you can't break that contract
because they can, drop it.
It's gone.
The biggest problem I have with that is if you don't take the product, don't advertise it. Because personally,
which is basically everyone on Instagram. Besides their own product because they take it because, whatever.
Right.
The only things I really believe in is, really pre-workout.
Yeah.
I like amino acids, but all those other little bullshit ones that are all
the amino acids are tricky too.
Well, do you
really even need those technically?
Not exactly.
Because it doesn't, most of that is in your, I don't know if you take protein right after, when you work out, is most of that.
Well, see, I don't even take protein powder.
Oh, you don't even do that?
Nope. I do my own natural protein shakes. I put almond butter or peanut butter with a banana, oats, yogurt, and shit. I make my own. First of all, because protein powder upsets my stomach, and for me, I just don't think it's essential. I like whole foods, real foods, instead of chemical bullshit that's mixed into a fucking goddamn Tupperware thing. I don't think it's.
But this comes into where everyone's different.
Exactly.
That's perfect.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But you have to learn. For me, it's, I have a shake and 2 bananas right after.
Yeah.
And then an hour after I have my meal.
Right.
Now everyone's different.
Well, that's the thing. Like, so I wouldn't promote a protein-based like company.
Right.
Because I wouldn't take their product because it would make me feel like shit. So I'm not going to sign my life away to promote this product and give it to people if I don't take it.
What is the pre-workout that you like then?
Pre-workout, there's a bunch of insane ones. There's one that I really like. It's called Methyl Crank, which is fucking insane.
Is it?
It's like all methylated products, so it's like
Really?
it's like crack cocaine. It's insane.
I mean, I think, I don't know. The biggest thing is that
it's not the healthiest thing to take, I'm telling you. It's extreme.
There's all these different pre-workouts to take that are combined with, God knows what.
Yeah.
And most of it's shit, dude.
And most of it's not FDA regulated, so
none of it is.
None of it is.
Yeah.
So they can put whatever the fuck they want. They don't have to tell you what's in it.
And
so it's very
my best
sketchy.
advice for pre-workout is start off at a low dose. Don't
half a scoop.
Yeah, like whenever they recommend, cut that shit in half.
Exactly.
But
Yes.
don't go out and don't buy proprietary blends that are like on the label for the pre-workout because you don't know exactly what's listed.
Yeah.
So essentially, when you look at a label, I have your calories, fat, all that bullshit.
Yeah.
And then it has like the ingredients that make up that pre-workout that gives you that energy, that gives you beta-alanine, L-citrulline, L-arginine, citrulline malate. There's all different forms. Beta-9.
Then they'll say proprietary blend.
Yeah, and what that would say is it's 3,000 milligrams of all this shit. Well, you don't know how much of that shit makes up that 3,000.
Yeah. And they don't know either because it's all they don't measure it.
Can you imagine where the people are that are making this? Or like in some company?
No, it's not even company. Sometimes it's in someone's kitchen.
How?
So people will buy bulk of the ingredients.
Yeah.
And they'll do a little bit of they'll scale it out like they're in a fucking Coke house. I'm not kidding. So they'll scale it out in like little portions, and then they'll put it in the Tupperware. And so they don't know either how much is in it. Yeah. They just know it's 3,000 milligrams of everything. But they're like, oh fuck, I put too much beta-alanine. That fucker's going to be shaking for a while, so who cares? And they just put it in, and that's how it really is. It's sometimes factory, but sometimes even some guy's kitchen.
Yeah.
Which it would be that methyl crank probably because it's not a really high.
Just like a little bit of anthrax, like everything's cool. Like, that's so weird.
And here's
that's so it's fucked up. But I put it in my body so many times.
Oh yeah.
To the point where it's just like I feel like when I'm old, like I'm gonna.
That's what it comes down to. Is being young and doing it because other people do it. You gotta know what you're doing.
Please, and before you take any supplements, pro-hormones or whatever, fucking pre-workouts, even fucking roids if you want to be that dumb.
Yeah.
Go to your doctor. For the love of fuck, go to your doctor. Check your heart. Check your liver enzymes, your kidney enzymes. Check your body as a whole.
Yeah.
To see how healthy you are. If you have a heart disease in your family and you're acceptable to that, don't take a shitload of pre-workout because your heart is probably not going to be as strong as the normal person's. And you don't want to take pre-workout one day because you're like, fuck, I'm feeling really good. Take 2 scoops and then your heart gives out because it can't take that much pre-workout. And don't be taking steroids if you have liver problems and all that stuff. Make sure you check your body. Do not go in there not knowing anything. That's what people do. That's why you see a lot of people dying from that shit.
Well, this comes back to your point that you made earlier about doing everything you can naturally. Mm-hmm. Everyone wants to jump on all these supplements and everything, and there's no reason to.
Yeah, there isn't.
You know what I mean? Just work out, bust your ass, eat right. Okay, take a pre-workout, take something like that. But
it takes longer, but you'll feel good. You're not going to deteriorate your body.
Right.
Which what it does. So steroids, what they'll do, they make you look great on the outside. If you're not taking care of it like as it should, like taking milk thistle, liver support, all that shit, drinking enough water to flush your kidneys, your body inside is going to turn to mush. Like literally, it will start decaying. Because all it's doing is just destroying everything.
I think that this is like the most informative that I have heard from people. Like even like on like documentaries and stuff. Like you're still how to use it. You know what I mean?
No one wants to tell you the truth.
Is that because they're going to lose their sponsor or something?
They're not lose their sponsor. They're going to lose their money because a lot of people who say, "Oh, just take it right, sell it."
Yeah.
And they don't want to lose their fucking customers.
Right. Yeah.
And who's the base customer? Is the fucking kid right out of high school who starts getting his gym membership, who's going
who's looking at
LA Fitness and stuff, and he sees that big guy. Who's that big guy? The biggest guy in the gym is most likely selling shit. That's usually how it goes. And then his prime customer is a naive high schooler or just, freshman in college who wants to get big.
Yeah.
Make big gains. So they start injecting shit.
Yeah.
But here's one thing, too. If you inject wrong, it can send an air bubble in your veins to your heart explodes.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stupid shit that goes along with it that these kids do not know, and it's mostly kids. And then you'll see them dying at 30 years old, or even sooner because they don't know how to take this shit, or they're pissing blood.
Yeah.
If you start pissing blood, they'll do it, they'll go, or they'll...
That's probably a good sign.
Yeah, they stop.
Yeah.
What do? They say, fuck it, they stop for a bit, then they go on again.
Oh, fuck.
And then there's people who take shit for like 16 weeks straight.
Yeah.
20 weeks straight. That's when your body starts, it's not able to filter it as well, and then it starts just dying.
Yeah.
Your insides.
That's
and then you'll wake up, you'll have lower back pain. You'll be like, oh, maybe that's just because the back day yesterday was really, fucking strenuous.
And I think this comes into the whole stigma of working out and being in the gym atmosphere. Being natural. I even find sometimes it's hard to be working out in a gym, such as like a local hardcore gym that me and Anthony both attend, where it's predominantly taken over by people who choose to use steroids. Mm-hmm. Which is there something wrong with that? No, of course not.
Do what you gotta do.
But it is hard sometimes being around that atmosphere and not doing it. Because everyone can push a little harder, they're a little stronger.
Well, it's like going into a gym full of alpha males.
It doesn't. Does that ever? So it makes you feel like that. Or it doesn't push you to like.
Well, that's the other thing. Exactly.
When
I can do it and can do a show and take first and win my pro card, when half of those people can't even diet down properly, then it's very fulfilling.
Yeah, if you're natural, take more pride in being natural than not being than being big, because you being natural, it is harder. It's more difficult to get that size than the guy who's juicing and then gets that size in about 6 months.
Yeah.
You'd be more proud of that than the goal to get massive. Because if your goal is just to get big,
it probably feels a lot better too. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So there's people who are ego driven, which is not good. If you don't have a goal, they don't have a goal. They just want to get big. Yeah. But when you start taking stuff, then you'll get into bodybuilding. When you start getting into that kind of atmosphere, you're gonna get something called like muscle dysmorphia or whatever it's called, where you never look good. So the guy who's driven off of ego is going to take steroids. But you know what? He's never going to look good because there's going to be someone bigger than him. So what does he do? He starts taking more steroids. And then even more and then even more. Then he dies of like a heart disease or liver fucking disease because he's never going to look that good. So you need to have a goal, a set body that you want. If you don't have that, do not take shit. Really don't take shit at all. But don't have ego drive you, because you're never going to be satisfied.
Who's your go-to guy that you're like, that's a sick physique, like I'd like that?
There's people that inspire me.
Yeah.
But
you want your own.
I want to be my own. Yeah. I guess.
Hard.
Yeah, it is.
You can't look at someone right now that's well-known, so to speak, icon, and be like, well, I want to be them if you don't take what they take.
Right.
What do they take?
Well, okay.
Most.
I don't.
You can't say people on Instagram.
I'm not going to call someone out, but I'm not going to say I want to be like someone who competes on the Olympia stage, because I don't take anything like that. There's no way physically possible I could.
But I was thinking more along the lines of since you want to do classic physique, would you classic like Chris Bumstead?
Oh, because he has amazing physique. So around that thing, but of course I want to look better.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I want myself to look better than that, but him with a perfect classic physique, or even like Arnold, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those are inspirations.
Yeah. Okay.
So those are guys who are like, all right, so that's the level I need to get to, but I'm gonna one up them and be even better.
Right.
That's
you always want to.
Yeah.
You don't want to go into anything and.
Exactly. So they're
with
they're the examples
that you need to get to.
Yeah. That's true.
So that's we're not going in to be the best, and
you need to have that mindset. So you need to be cocky in a way. Well, okay, not so cocky. Be more proud.
Yeah.
Because then there's assholes out there who are cocky, and then they're like the big head motherfucker. Like, I hate those people who think they're better than everyone because they're bigger or whatnot. But everyone who's in that industry has gone through the same shit you have. So I don't think you're better than anyone.
I hasn't come up to me as much. How much time you guys got?
Oh, I got time. Yeah, I was just.
Okay. Yeah. No, I didn't want. Okay. So, but I hate when I was first starting to work out. like I was ninth grade. The first time I hit like the gym ever was when you guys were like doing like football practice, whatever. They just built the gym here at the high school.
Yeah.
I remember I went in there with like Marco and whatever, and I like I picked up like a 15-pound weight, and I think or like a dumbbell, and I just just curled it like 5 times, and I was like. I was like shaking, and I was like, wow, this is fucking embarrassing, like shit. And then I'd go to the Y, and there'd be like these big Navy guys in there during the day, and they were like fucking assholes, like, you know, like I hate that. Like I was watching this thing, I can't remember the guy's name, but it was like the biggest guy in the gym should be the most helpful and not a fucking asshole. Like, you
most
know.
likely they are.
Yeah, I don't know.
And here's the thing, when you're in the gym, don't make fun of that little guy.
Oh, I never do. That was me.
That's you.
Was there at some
you
point.
So you're going to make fun of the guy with the twig legs. Well, motherfucker, what were you when you started?
All right.
So don't make fun of that guy. Don't make fun of the fat ass in the gym because, look at him. He's breathing heavy on the treadmill. But what is he trying to get to?
The motherfucker is there.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's there. You know?
Now, so make fun of the fucking person sitting at home not doing shit. I hate that when people put down other people, because when you go into a gym for the first time, you are small. It's embarrassing, and it's very like
it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
You get scared. You get kind of scared because you're like, and here's the thing: you don't focus on working out because you're like, oh fuck, am I doing it right? Everyone's looking at me, and you get very paranoid.
Yeah.
So whoever is starting in the gym, forget about that shit, because everyone there started where you were.
Right.
So there is no reason to be scared, paranoid, any of that shit, because you are now starting off. And then you'll look back in a month and you'll be like, wow, I did gain size, I have progress, blah, blah, blah. And then, but don't become that guy then to make fun of someone later on.
Oh, right, yeah.
Which they mostly do. Which is there's a ton of douchebags in the gym. And I'm going to let's call out a gym that you go to and I go to called Lifetime.
Yeah.
If we're going to call out shit, we're going to be real.
Right, yeah.
He's not part of it. How about the realness? No, Lifetime's a good gym. It's just a lot of people that go into there.
Well, I mean, you got that crowd that, like, first that can afford Lifetime. You know, I mean, obviously I can afford it too when I'm broke, but I mean, you know what I mean? Like, there's fucking the people that go in there with, like, their 300 kids and, like, they put them away and, like, their wife is made out of plastic and they're just like, oh yeah, let's just go hit these weights. And, you know, she just, like, sits there on the fucking elliptical and then they just fucking, like, pretty much... Either like they just went in to do a fucking line of coke for the pre-workout, came out and they're just like, oh, I'm small.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, I know what people do. But I mean, it's fucking annoying. Like when you see them. I mean, I don't know.
They're in the gym doing their thing, but then like you know that they're so judgmental.
And
they think they're better than everyone else.
I mean, the bottom line here is just respect everyone else who's at the gym trying to work out.
Don't be cocky, be proud.
Be like that.
And then be humble.
Yeah.
Well, that's like what this taught me, being like a so-called bodybuilder or whatever you want to call it, like
you're a fucking bodybuilder.
A gym rat. Let's just say a fucking basic ass gym rat.
Yeah.
So I became more humble than anything because it has taught me that like everyone's putting in that hard work, and I know how hard that work is.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to make fun of the guy whose body looks worse than mine because I know maybe one day he's going to look better than me. You know, so there's no reason to be cocky. If you're cocky, that means that you have no, self-confidence.
This is why I like when you like post like thing. All right, like when you get, I don't know if you guys notice, but like when I like get out of the gym, I don't know if you follow me on Snapchat or on fucking Instagram, where I'm just like, I put the thing like right in my face. Yeah. Like it's because like as soon as I get out, I'm like all like fucking hyped up, and I'm just like, oh, I gotta say something. Like you know what I mean?
The thing that you need to realize too is you can possibly be like reaching someone through that message.
I hope so.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. So, the motivation is the biggest thing. Don't put down people.
Right.
Lift people up. That's like a very big message that people need to get out there. Don't down those people that are trying their best to get to where you're at or wherever they want to go.
Yeah.
Motivate them and lift their spirits, because once you start doing that, you're going to attract the people that with that good energy, and it's just going to bring good energy around you instead of bringing all that negativity that everyone gets. You know, if you're going to be the asshole on Instagram or Snapchat, who are you going to bring around? Those asshole people that are going to comment, fuck you, you faggot, bullshit like that. So be that person who, brings people up. You're going to have a lot of people that are going to do that as well.
Do you guys like have any stories about like your first times like in the gym or anything like that?
My first time?
Yeah, your first time. when you lost your virginity.
Oh,
like,
shit.
No.
Oh, I got that story.
Was that a workout on its own? Or no?
Yeah, very sad. The pump wasn't really 2 months. Is that what
That's cool. No, but like when you guys like were first going to the gym, when you like were first hitting weight, what did you think, if you can remember? Like, were you like, fuck this, or?
I mean, the first time I started actually working out, are we talking like a gym setting or just in general?
Or like the serious start?
The first serious start you guys had.
I would say probably the summer going into my sophomore year of high school.
Okay, yeah.
I was really hitting it hard because actually that year I did a bench press competition.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
and won that with some other fellow competitors from our school.
Right. Oh, is that when Devin started? You guys talked to him?
No.
Not so much right now. Occasionally I would touch base with him.
Right.
But not frequently, no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he did that stuff too. I don't talk to him.
He did that powerlifting. I did that with him senior year. We did powerlifting together.
Okay.
But sophomore year, that was just 4 of us. We went to Chippewa Valley, and it was like kind of like a I don't know, school against school, so to speak.
Would you ever think that you would do powerlifting?
Well, I did that senior year.
Yeah.
And I went to States and I ended up pulling my hamstring on my first lift.
Shit, dude, you were just like a walking, like a walking accident, Billy.
Well, the problem is,
I feel so bad for you.
I pushed so hard. But
I wish you would make like those videos like where you scream into like it's like I would love to hear it from you. I really would. Like I'm gonna work fucking hamstring.
Well, the thing is though that people need to understand is it's not because my form's bad. It's just wear and tear.
Yeah, let's put that out.
It's also because
they don't fucking give shit on his
form.
Yeah, fuck yourself,
asshole.
I never will ever talk about your form.
But, you know, like, right now, my injury has a lot to do with, one, being stubborn. For that reason, solely is because I felt as though I couldn't take time off from the gym. Being natural, I felt that I would lose muscle, and it would deteriorate.
So it was, like, scary?
Correct.
Yeah.
I haven't worked out in 7 weeks at all. And, you know, I've lost some weight, you know, a little bit of size, but I've realized that because I'm natural, that's still there.
You can get it back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I still have most of it.
Yeah, okay.
So, but, yeah, the biggest thing was, you know, I thought I would lose it all.
Wow. Which is a big mental thing. But mentally, you'll see yourself and you'll be like, I have lost a lot. You know, and that's a mental thing, then you'll start feeling like shit and getting depressed. Because you don't have the gym, which is like your therapy. If you lose that, that hurts a lot of people. People will become depressed because if they can't work out.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that for myself. Like I mean, there's like people, or like my ex, for example. Like I didn't really care what she thought, but I was like, I cannot not go to the gym. Yeah. You know, even if I didn't know what I was doing, I'd have to wake up.
Well,
and I'd have to go. I didn't
serve something for you as an individual.
Yeah.
You know, you release those endorphins. You know, it clears your mind.
It used to be like that, like with running for me when I would do track, and I'd just be like, I can't not ever. Like, if you were to cut my legs off, like, I'd probably kill myself. Well, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like, there's no way.
So you could be like that guy who did track and, like, shot his wife with fake legs.
No, fuck that. If I want to shoot my wife, I'm not going to have that guy. If I want to shoot my wife, I'll just get a gun and I don't have to join the Olympics and cut my legs off. No, that guy's a fucking joke.
What's his name?
The Blade Runner? I don't know what his name is.
Blade Runner.
That's what he is. He's a fucking, fucking hopping, like, it's such a cheat. I'm like, I don't want to put anybody down in like the Special Olympics or anything, but that's.
I don't think he was in Special, was he?
Dude, that guy was in the regular Olympics.
I don't know.
Alright, well, whatever. He was a fucking cyborg. Like, you can't, like, he's like bouncing. Like, that's not fair. It's like, I don't know, dude.
He had ostrich feet, dude.
It's like, I don't know. It's like swimming against a fish. It's not fair. It's just really not fucking
fair. That's
fair.
fucking funny.
Yeah. I don't even know why I shot his wife. What a dumbass.
Back to what
sorry, we got off tangent. We were talking about some famous people, like who else is a really great athlete? Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, he took steroids.
You think that? Okay, you know the stories with like the nuts, like your nuts get smaller. Do you think like he did it because he just didn't have any to begin with?
Yeah, just take it
whatever. Like that.
Fucking my balls don't work anymore.
Like, I want to get his small balls to ride the bike for him.
Fuck yeah.
If that was you in that situation, would you just do it because you're like, fuck it? Like,
if I had my nuts cut off, I'd be like, I'm going to take as much as I can. I ain't going to be reducing them steroids anyways. Oh, yeah.
What were we talking about, Billy? I'm sorry.
I don't know.
You want to tell me something? Alright, here's a question. So, a lot of people, their morning routine, I know you said you guys eat like breakfast as soon as you wake up. Do you ever, or was there ever a point where you just would not eat before you go to the gym? Because I hear both different things.
You can eat, like, I would say maybe fasted cardio, which is doing cardio before you have your meal in the morning. But I would never go work out before I had a meal. Yeah, because you're not going to get that good of a lift. It's going to basically be worthless. You need to have.
You can load up before you go to sleep.
Yeah,
and then wake up and still have shit.
In the same regard,
it's not worth it.
But this comes with everyone's different. You know what I mean? And everyone's goal is different.
Yeah.
If you just want to lose weight, you don't have to have a meal before. Yeah,
there's people who fast until 2:00. And then work out. Like, who is it?
Intermittent fast.
Terry Crews does it.
Yeah.
He does it till 2:00, but he works out in the morning, and he looks fantastic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's different for everyone. I can't do it because then my workout is shit. I need to have breakfast in general. If not, I'm an asshole throughout the day.
Okay. Yeah. So like, I forgot what else the fuck I was gonna ask. It was pertaining to this. Like when you. What the fuck? I was gonna ask you, when you
need like notes that you.
I need listen. I like just freeballing it because this way.
No, it's better.
This way,
it's authentic.
It's more interesting.
This way, I don't have like someone in my ear like telling me like, hey, he doesn't want Muslims in Disneyland.
Nobody's pointing to me.
He's like trying to get him to be a little. I'm just joking. I'm just saying exactly. Like they want it doesn't. I'm just saying, like, I don't have someone telling me what to do. I don't have, like, an objective to, like, I don't know.
Which is fine.
Right. I'm trying to think of all, like, gym questions that, like, people typically ask. What are some that you guys get typically asked?
Are you juicing?
Are you?
No.
All right, that's good that you put that out there. Does anybody ask you that, or are they, like, just like you're...
Everyone from high school, probably.
Really?
Yeah, I mean...
That's gotta be annoying, right?
No, you take
more...
the
hard part, the thing that's annoying is, one, when I tell them I'm natural, they don't believe me. And two, when I tell them I have my pro card as a natural athlete, and they still don't believe me. And then when I show it to them, they still don't believe it.
But here, if they tell me I'll be like this one, it's
just because they're in denial.
It's like, okay, cool. Like, thank you for...
How can you believe it?
Well, they don't want to believe, though, that,
that he got that way naturally.
And they're already taking stuff, and they're not even close. That's the problem.
That's fucking dumb.
I'm taking pro hormones. I've taken a lot of pro hormones.
Okay.
Like, a lot.
Yeah.
So, I wouldn't say I consider natural at all.
Uh-huh.
But, like, when people tell me, like, you juice, blah, 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 it's, well, thank you if you think that.
Right.
You're like, cool. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, you think like I take steroids? Like, awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. But, I mean...
Listen, I can't say that I'll never will. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to be a pro bodybuilder, so obviously I'm going to have to at one point.
Right.
Which I don't care about. If people, it's how it is. If I take steroids, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's my body. Yeah. And if I need to take it, if I die on an early age, that's my fault, not anyone else's. So that's literally how it is. So it's no big fucking deal.
That's I don't know. That's really. I mean, that's really ballsy. I mean, like, not for long. No, I'm just kidding. You'll have balls, I'm sure, one day.
I got you now.
Yeah. So, is there? Do you have any other like people that come up to you and like ask you like what is better for them and like or what to do at the gym? Like, is there like a specific thing that you would just like to get out now?
I mean,
that like people will always come to you for. Do you know?
I don't know. People don't really come up to you because it's pride. If someone comes up and asks how to work out, they feel like they're lesser than you, and like you're more.
Which people shouldn't feel that way.
Right.
No. And if someone's doing bad form, it's very taboo like to go up to them and be like, hey, this is how you do it, because then someone will get pissed. But here's the thing, it's like if someone's gonna get angry. But here's the thing: if someone's but then they don't believe it.
Like fucking.
I know mine is sometimes too, and